Welcome back to the Manor, Entropians. Julian McBain here, and we're live for like the first time. Welcome back to the Manor. So, never done a live stream before. I figured that New Year's might be the perfect time to try one. We're going to see if that's going to be a mistake or not. But I just finished recording my New Year's video. So you get to see that at 9 a.m. tomorrow. For now, however, we are going to I was hunting an Orthos for that vid. And so I'm going to continue hunting an Orthos, just something kind of low-key. Since, you know, the whole live streaming idea is 100% new to me. Well, no, I can't say the idea is. I've never live streamed before. And so I'm going to be here, and if anyone has decided that they want to spend their... For me, it's still 2019. We've got about 2 hours left before the ball drops here in the Eastern time zone. If anyone decides they want to spend their New Year's, I appreciate it. Of course, I'm the guy who decided that New Year's was the perfect time to do his first live stream, so if I end up with more than like 2 viewers, I'll be entirely shocked. That hurt. Come on. Hunting gear has actually been pretty lucrative for me. You know, you don't make a huge amount off of it, but you don't if you're... I don't even know what my rowboat looter is 10. I hunted here for I think an hour earlier, and I ended up coming out with a pet and a half on top of what I spent. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually pretty good, if you think about it. Now, a pet and a half isn't a lot of money. It's 15 cents. But at the same time, it's better than losing. And I got all the skills that were involved. So, I think it's going to be an interesting time. Am I being attacked from behind? I am. That's the one thing you gotta watch about the mobs here, is because the robots shoot, they can sneak up behind you and shoot you in the back. Feels kind of weird live streaming. I almost feel as if I should be... Well, frankly, I kind of feel like I should be streaming Fortnite. I don't even play Fortnite. Okay, that's not entirely true. Occasionally I'll play it with my son. But I don't play Fortnite for me. We get into that whole creative island mode, and we just shoot at each other and build weird random bases and shit. So yeah, it's a quiet New Year's, something that I'm not opposed to. So I'm gonna give this live streaming thing a shot and see how it goes, and Who knows? Maybe I'll enjoy it enough to do it on a regular. Probably, unfortunately, probably not in the immediate sense because, frankly speaking, time. Never enough time in the day. But that's okay. Oh, I do want to give a shout out to my student Julie, who made sure that, because it took me like 10 minutes to figure out how to make this work, and she let me know when everything was working properly. I should probably pay attention, eh? That's the one thing about a live stream. Sometimes you gotta split your attention, which I'm totally cool with. But it's kind of a new thing for me. Oh, it looks like we have 5 people watching. Welcome. Nothing super fancy tonight. First stream ever. Still figuring the whole thing out. But we're hunting here in Orthos, and I figure hunting drones until 2020 is a pretty good way to kind of call in the new decade. Hey, Bob Silent, good to see you. And I know for a fact that you aren't Spanish. You're up there in Alaska in a place that's one of the few places that's colder than Vermont on average. Actually, I can't say that. There's a lot of places colder than Vermont on average. Colder than North Dakota, which was my previous residence. Good to see you, mate. What are you up to this New Year's Eve? So for those of you who aren't familiar, Bob Silent is also a YouTuber. Make sure you go and check out his channel. He also does Entropia Universe. I don't know what other games you play, Bob. Things are going well. I don't know what made me decide to suddenly live stream, but this was completely spontaneous, so here we are. I got finished doing my vid for tomorrow, and I went to close OBS, and I'm like, you know what? What the hell? Let's give this a shot. If you are not one of my regular subscribers, I just want to let you know, welcome to the Manor. Please make sure you take a moment and subscribe, because we are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time. And the goal for this year is 1,000. Or I should say, the goal for 2020 is 1,000, because this year only has about 2 hours to go. Yeah, Carlo, I'm afraid I don't have the skills to hunt Proteron. I need a group of like 50 of me to do that. I kind of max out on Aatrox, unfortunately. I'm only, I think my best profession, combat profession is 41. That's skills, not professions. 41. You can't hope Proteron with 41 profession level, which is unfortunate, but 41 is definitely less than 100. I think I've seen the Proterons with as high a level as 142 or some ridiculous thing like that. But you know what? Tonight's the perfect night to challenge the War Chief. Maybe that's what we'll do. Instead of doing some hyper-efficient stuff, let's go hunt the War Chief. Hop in our little Sleipnir here. Because last time, I didn't get him solo last time. I had help, and the help... Actually, I was more the assistance to the other person. Yeah, Aatrox, like if I were hunting up at Jura Plateau, that's really kind of my limit when it comes to the raw stuff. But I think the War Chief will be a lot of fun. I've taken down the War Chief once, or I should say I have helped someone take down the War Chief once, because I started I instigated the scenario, but I wasn't the one doing the most damage. So let's give this a shot. Might succeed, might die. Either way, we'll have some fun with it. So, what the hell? Let's give this a shot. I do love the way the Sleipnir looks now, especially in comparison to the way it used to look. And I mean, it looks the same, but the graphics are so much sharper. Okay, guide her in. Lessen the descent. Oh, that is not the way I like to land an aircraft. There we go. Pick her up. And armor up, because there's no way in hell we're doing this without armor. Take the coat off. There we go. I personally am not opposed to wearing a kilt, but this really isn't... That wasn't a kilt, it was a jacket showing through my armor, and it's just not fun. So we need Fort Sisyphus. Head out the back door here. I'm just gonna kind of jump over to where the entrance to the gate is. Is that a player or a robot? That's a player. Death. Shout out to Death Z. I mean, I could technically drop straight on top of where the War Chief lives, but I'd prefer to fight my way through Dustkeep Valley. Not the, you know, and there are several reasons behind it, not the least of which is if I fight my way through, I know there's not going to be a whole lot behind me. We're gonna pop our leprechaun here. I just barely saw the message that says I need someone who does hair. And it's like, what? And no, that's a thing here. That is a thing here. Let's pop a skill pill. And actually, we're gonna pop one of these as well. Ooh. Oh wow. Yep. And that one. And I don't know if that's going to override or not. I think that overrode. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that overrode. That's fine. Oh, it just automatically classified that? Did someone already trigger the event? Yeah, I know they'll be right around me when they respawn, but at the same time, I should be smart enough to be able to get away from them. And if I'm not, well, then I fucking deserve to die. Someone already triggered it. Well, let's do it. The funny thing is, the outcasts aren't even the mobs we need. But hopefully I don't run out of time. There's no timer. If I don't get rid of these guys, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to take out the big ones. Oh wait, I think these are the spawns. Which means the Warlord is the bad spawn. Let's get rid of him. Raid the war chest? They changed the quest! No shit, they changed the quest. Come on. One more. Thank you. Oh, I got some good stuff there. Kind of. It looks like there's no timer anymore either. Oh, I'm sure there's a reasonable timer to actually prevent you from just... Kazrak's War Chest. Wave completed. Oh, this could get pretty interesting. And by that I mean, oh god, we're all gonna die. My leprechaun's just over there like, yeah, whatever. I should have probably taken a loot pill. After this one dies, I'll probably... Yeesh. You know, after this year's mayhem, or I should say this merry mayhem, I'm finding the loot pills extremely convenient. There. 3 days. 3 days of game time. Where I just auto-loot everything. Dosed up to the eyeballs on pills that increase regen and health. I think I've got it. My effective health right now is like 189. Happy New Year, Epic Gaming. Current time where I'm at is 22:14. Welcome to the party, Horse 360. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on my very first live stream ever. It's 22:14 there, Bob. So that's 10:14 p.m. Almost had it. Wow, it's only 6:13. It's only 6-ish p.m. there. Oh yeah, you're one more time zone away from Pacific time, aren't you? So, goal for tonight is to kill the war chief. And then after that, we'll figure out what we're doing next. This is my first live stream, and I did it completely spontaneously on a whim. I finished up tomorrow's video. I'm like, yeah, what the hell? Let's try this. So if it's 21:15 where you are, you're in the central time zone. Now the question is, Horse, are you in the cold part of the central time zone or the warm part of the central time zone? Because I've lived in the cold part of the central time zone, and my lady is from the warm part of the central time zone. Looks like we're almost done wave 2. We're doing pretty good. We're not taking any significant damage yet. I love how 2 of them drop dead, but the third one's like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna stick around. Okay. Apparently I don't have to raid the war chest. Oh no, they're just gonna spawn in. Yeah, the North Midwest has been getting some pretty severe weather this year. So I'm a little surprised. Oh, we're back on a timer. I wonder if they're still adjusting this whole quest chain, because we didn't have a timer for Phase 1 or Phase 2, but Phase 3 is on a timer. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I don't think we're going to have a problem, at least not through Phase 4. I'm out here solo, though, so Phase 5 and above could get pretty interesting time-wise. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Bob, -8 doesn't bother me any. Even -30 isn't terrible if you're dressed appropriately and I've got the right gear, because You know, -30 in North Dakota is pretty common. Oh, you're in Illinois. Okay. Just south of Wisconsin. Yup. No, I spent 7 years in North Dakota. So, cold weather I have seen. Not like Bob's seen, I'm sure, but cold weather I have seen. I forgot how aggressive these guys are. We're doing pretty good health-wise, though. Like, I was totally expecting to take far more damage than we are, although we're still pretty early in the cycle. And I know part of it's because of the... So I've got an amp with leech, or lifesteal. Sorry, wrong game. I've got an amp with lifesteal, and I've taken a pill that gives us 150% regen and a whole bunch of extra health. I wanted to make sure I made it through. Limb reducing. You are not joking. Once it hits 40 below zero, that, well, any below zero can be potentially deadly, but once it hits 40, it's not funny anymore. Minutes. We're about 75% of the way through. I think it's 10 minutes per wave. Maybe it's shorter than that. We'll find out. Hey, I didn't say you could regen. When I lived in Montana for a year, and there was during that year I had to walk to work a lot. It was a 2-mile walk from where I lived to where I worked, and this is in Glendive, Montana, which is in the middle of the Badlands, so it's essentially a desert during the summer. But it's a desert that can reach like 50 below zero. And so it was about 40, 41 below that morning. It's 4:30, 5 o'clock. No, I'm sorry, it was 5:30 in the morning. I'm walking to work. I am bundled up in Swiss wool, multiple underlayers, gloves, hat. I've got goggles on. It's that cold. And I've got a coffee, a hot coffee. And by the time I made it to work, it was a freaking slushy. Oh, awesome. Thank you for letting me know, Bob. I'm pretty sure that's the highest I've ever been in the search results. And I know part of it's probably because I went live. Okay, yeah, it's 10 minutes per phase, or 10 minutes per wave. Looks like these Malfoys are getting a bit bigger, which we all expected. God, I hope I can kill them fast enough. I'm still carrying the melee trauma amplifier 4 on this thing, right? Oh yeah. Level 4 amp. Things are getting pretty freaking real, though. Oh, my health is starting to take it, too. I did not know that, Bob. Thank you for letting me know. Although it makes a certain amount of sense because they're going to want to direct people toward people who are actually like on there and doing the thing at this time. Although I think that's because YouTube, I'm pretty sure YouTube's trying to counteract the effect of Twitch. Because Twitch has really come into their space and said, nope, we're going to possess this chunk of it. Because YouTube didn't have a live stream option for a long time. And I've considered using Twitch. But I figured to start out, I'm on YouTube, people know me for being on YouTube, so I'm going to do this on YouTube. No, let's you know, attack the thing that's already hitting me instead of the one that's way over there. I know he's going to aggress me here pretty quick, but he wasn't aggressing me at that point. I'd rather kill something that's already trying to hit me in the face. Maphoid challenge rank increased. Let's open that freaking codex up. Track that sucker. What the hell? We'll worry about the rewards later. I want to focus on the fight. %. Done. We're about 40% through our time. That's a good sign. How are we for loot? We're getting quite a bit of adrenal oil. 28 ped. Do you ever use the extenders? Global 52.29. Nice. No, Horse, I've never used extenders. They just change how they do the, no, they're not amplifiers, but they're add-ons, right, for tiering. They just changed how that works, so it's something I am open to exploring now, far more than I was, say, a couple months ago. But I haven't really looked into it enough to be able to do so efficiently. And so that's something I'm going to be looking at, because I think there's a lot of potential there, especially now that they've adjusted how that works. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Horse. And just so you all know, the only delay there is between you and what you're, or between what I'm doing and what you're watching, is the actual delay it takes for us to get it to YouTube. So like, I've got my laptop set up next to my desktop. The desktop is what I'm playing on, and I have the laptop set up so I can actually monitor what you guys are saying. And so any delay in answer is simply what it takes for me to read it off of that. Come on, we gotta down these two before the next one. Oh shit. Are these gonna count? That's the question. Come on, stop evading. I have to kill a whole bunch of you, and I don't have a whole lot of time to do it with. Oh. And no, they don't count. Why would I attack the one that... Oy vey. Now they're starting to actually hurt. Warlords are no joke. I gotta get rid of this guy. He's not doing me any good at all. I'm already down to half health. Holy shit. I think it depends on what piece of armor they hit. Come on. There are too many of these guys. Well, no matter what happens, we got some good loot. Time to heal. What the hell was that? Oh! Kaylee! Hi, Kaylee. Care to join me? Probably not. Oh! She is! Awesome! Shout out to Kaylee! I don't know what she's using for a gun, but that help is appreciated. Good lord, that was getting close. Pretty sure that BLP weapon she's using is far more powerful than the sword I'm using. Which just tells me how much further I have to go before I'm actually, you know, cool. You know, you think when you hit a certain level, you're finally beyond the noob stage and you're finally cool, right? And when I first started, I thought 100,000 skill points would be the uber stage, and I found out I was desperately wrong on that one. But I can't even take these guys. I've got 100,000 skill points. Here it is. 102, 294. I'm still struggling to beat these guys. She's just taking me to school. Oh my god. Welcome to the Manor Cat. If I had to guess, it's probably an ISIS BLP weapon, yeah. Oh, they're level 30 now. Oh, absolutely. They make this challenge possible. Honestly, I think that the optimal number of players is probably 3 or 4 doing this. Especially at the level I'm at, because the first, like, 5 phases you can probably make it through. I think I made it through 4. But once you hit phase 6, it gets hard. And that's not a complaint. It should be challenging. No, Chuckle, probably not. We all have a long way to go, my friend. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all do this at our own pace. probably make sure I'm focusing on a different mob from her. That way we can each claim our own bit of the loot. There we go. Wave completed. Try to finish this guy off before the next wave starts, which I think is the war chief. Yup, it is. There we go. Kill Tazrak. Oh wow, she's like burning through his health and he's level 75. He hasn't hit her once either. She takes a good amount of damage when he does hit her. We'll keep an eye on it because I do have a pretty good healing ability. We'll keep her alive. Oh wow, that's some regen. Holy buckets. Honestly, Gothic, I don't know if Gremlin would be better than Ghost. I think Ghost, from what I remember doing a comparison, Ghost has more ubiquity. But in its specific areas, Gremlin is better. So it's like trying to differentiate between a generalized armor versus a specialized armor. Ghost is generalized and Gremlin is specialized. And yeah, Bob, I bust out a missile launcher. If I had a missile launcher that was greater than the initial missile launcher you can pick up in the starter zone by killing punies or killing drones. Pair of rings. I only own one ring. Or are you out here with a an Investifo scanning our friend Kaylee here, Bob? Come on. I want to know what kind of armor she's wearing. Done. She's wearing mayhem armor with 5 Bs. Oof. She's got an Ares ring. Oh, geez, she's carrying a BC-50. No wonder. That thing tears up. Yeah, I sure as hell couldn't use it. And teleport chips. Nada. Okay, so that was the War Chief Sanctuary. I don't know that I'd consider her an Uber, but, well, actually, no. If she's packing a 50 level 1, then yeah, she's definitely an Uber. I can't even contest that. We got some good loot, though. So, okay, we're going to get ourselves... Oh, hi. No, I didn't want to invest a FOAM. That doesn't do me any good. We're going to cut the bastard down, and then we're going to escape. Okay. So, that's done. Actually, that was a lot of fun. What the hell? Oh, that's... Is that Hadesheim? Oh, yeah, that's Hadesheim. Okay. We're not going to Hadesheim. As hilarious it would be to watch me, you know, walk into a place and die when something breathes on me, that's not happening tonight. Whoops, come on, pick her up. There we go. Okay. So... Yeah, tell me about it, Bob. I don't even want to think about the number of things you have to do to get that many mayhem tokens. But she did it. And, I mean, she got the skills to go with it, so... Can't argue with that amount of dedication. What do we want to do tonight? It's 10:41. We got a little over an hour before the big event. So you know what? We're going to teleport over to Jura. And in fact, we will end up doing some Aatrox hunting, I think. But I am going to take a short break. I'm not going to disconnect the stream. I am going to mute the mic. I'll be gone for like 5 minutes, not even. Please stick around, and I will be right back.
Hello.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Okay, just going to quickly check the Facebook post I just got. Not post, but a message. Okay. And let's get back to it. Oh, we've got a glass full of ice. We need to pour some scotch over that ice before we continue this. Because it would not be a new year, or indeed a night at all, without scotch. Okay. So, let's find ourselves some Aatrox. Well, these are curbs. That's not going to do me any good. Well, they will, but that's not really what we're after tonight. It's been a hot minute since I've hunted Aatrox up here, so it may take me a hot minute to find them. But I would have thought they would be over here. Ah, there we go. And you're already hurt. Which means you probably just killed somebody. Oh! Speaking of the devil, that's probably the player you killed. I'll kind of move this direction a little bit. Oh, yeah. Damn, did they wipe out the Trox out here? There's like nothing. This place used to be like completely infested with them. And I don't think I've fought Trox since the new Codex came out. There we go. Okay. Come on, bud. Velvet Hammer says, I like fireball mice. Velvet, are you in my stream? Ufion Carr, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hi, and thank you so much. Welcome to the manor. Holy buckets. Oh yeah, Aatrox challenge would be unlocked. So let's well, oh, you know what? We should claim our rewards here. So, you know, I normally go for athletics because that really helps with the health. I'm wondering if I shouldn't go for like dexterity. No, we're going to go with athletics. There we go. Done deal. And then we are going to track the Aatrox. No, Chuck, this is not in LA. We are here. And we're still on Endoria. I think that's how it's pronounced. Or Eudoria, excuse me. Most of the owned land areas are down here on Amithra. Which I do hunt rather regularly, but more for Berryclad than for Trox. If I had thought about it, I could have just gone and hunted Berryclad on Club Royal. Try to finish up that particular challenge, but we're hunting Trox for right now. I can get behind that. Haven't hunted them for quite some time. You know, I love how scopes work, even though they don't really... They have a skills effect, but they don't really help you aim in. Which I do find very amusing. Okay, unfortunately, I can't read Cyrillic. But I do appreciate you watching my stream. I know that first letter has the same sound as a D in the Roman alphabet, and that's it. That's about the extent of my ability in Cyrillic. I'm gonna... I hate to assume that it's Russian, but spasibo for joining us. Oh yeah, that's where I hunt most of the berries, Bob, is off Royal Club. They're 12 and 13, 10s and 12s, with some 11s interspersed. I've gotten up to, I think it's level, what? Berry Cled. Oh, when did I start the curb hunt? I got it to level... Oh, that's right, I was up at, oh, what the hell? 24, so I'm actually only 2 off of finishing the Berry Cled Codex missions and getting to the repeatable. Obble Dude! My man, how you doing? So, for those of you who are new to this area, make sure you subscribe to Bob Silent and to Obble Dude. What the? Oh, nope. Someone's already hitting that one. Let's not attack something that's already been attacked. 1, it's bad karma. And 2, you don't get anything out of it. And if you do get something out of it, you're an asshole. So we're just not going to do that. Well, thank you for joining me, Obble Dude. I appreciate it. What's up, Enigma? Welcome to the manor. Oof. Having to work on New Year's Eve and New Year's morning is never fun, Enigma. Hopefully you have a pretty good time of it. But I have the feeling you're in retail, so good luck to you, my friend. Yeah, that's the one thing about this game, is that you gotta have the funds available to be able to play it, or you've gotta have the patience to sweat. Oh, jeez. Tonight's gotta be one of your more interesting nights. You know, I don't have this set up on a delay. But I think there's like a 15 or 20 second delay between what I see and what I'm actually doing. You only sweat at work. Yeah, it was stressful enough when I was a firefighter. I couldn't imagine working in the emergency department at a hospital. Now, to be fair, I was in crash rescue, not necessarily in the... I could be called to do structure fires at the time, but I was primarily crash rescue, but at the same time, yeah, no. Carlo, I already got the war chief. Did you miss it? Thank you, Enigma. We'll see you on the flip side, man. Good luck tonight. I'm actually surprised we're doing this well against the Aatrox. No, we are not attacking that one. We'll attack this one. I'm kind of surprised we're doing this well against the Aatrox, although, to be fair, we're dosed up to the eyeballs on buff pills. So we'll see what happens after they all wear off. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that, Bob. It could be an encore request. Unfortunately, there's like I think there's like a 24-hour... There's a long respawn timer on the War Chief. Like, you can't just go in, defeat him once, and then defeat him again. Come on. Come on. Give me my sword. Please? Ooh, we got some lag here, folks. Yeah, the loot's been pretty good tonight. I've got no complaints. Come on. Give me my damn sword. I do have complaints about the fact that I can't pull my damn sword out. Wow, that sounds... That's a double entendre if there ever was one. Come on, Mindark, let me have my sword. Please? I'm sitting here hitting the number 1 key on my frickin' Naga, and nothing's happening. Wow, okay, we're gonna... In the words of the late, great Monty Python, and they're not late, but, well, I don't know, a couple of them might be dead by now. Come on. I can't even see the mobs anymore. They're hitting me from way over here. That tells you there is some serious fucking lag. Oh, okay, Obla, you're lagging too, okay. No, I'm pretty sure it's not a broken amp because my amps are both in good shape. Oh god, I hope they're not crashing. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Yeah, I don't want to make an Aatrox a disciple. We've been through this Mind Arc. Oh, God. I'm gaining Longblade skills while shooting at them. There's obviously a disconnect between what the game thinks I am packing and what the game is showing me I'm packing. This is actually probably the funniest glitch I've seen in quite some time. Besides the fact that I keep trying to, you know, somehow make mobs disciples. You know, Abel, it's... Honestly, the only time I get frustrated, like super frustrated at lag, is when I'm trying to do mayhem out of range. Oh, I would manage to tag him with the last fucking shot. Ugh. That's okay, we needed the rifle skills anyway. I actually shouldn't be surprised at the amount of lag we're experiencing tonight because, quite frankly, it's New Year's. And so, everyone is probably playing. I mean, realistically speaking. Yeah, we're not switching weapons. Melee player playing rifle at the moment. That's my life now. It's okay. There's no way in hell I'm out of range. Which means it still thinks I'm carrying the damn sword. Oh my god. And I'm losing decay on the sword too. I was trying to make storage a disciple. So, oh gosh, I find this very amusing. So I'm actually hitting this thing with a sword, but the parts of the system think I'm hitting it with the gun. So this is actually quite amusing. Oh no, I'm losing no decay on my rifle at all. Nor on the A103, so this is strictly losing decay on the sword. I am actually hitting them with the sword, but the system can't keep up, so it looks like I'm attacking them and sounds like I'm attacking them with the rifle. Which is very amusing. I'm gonna chalk this up to, this is within the top 10 funniest bugs I have ever dealt with of all time. And frankly speaking, being someone who has done all kinds of alpha testing, I've dealt with a lot of bugs in my day. Yeah, we're still actually hitting with the sword. I've turned into Link! It's happened! I have crossed the Legend of Zelda with Entropia Universe. I am shooting my opponents with a sword. The best part is it's all on video, so I know for a fact this is not a Scotch-induced dream. Which I'm really not drunk yet. I'm not feeling any pain, but I'm not drunk. That will likely come later. No, it probably won't. I'll go to bed pretty toasted, but not like trashed. I talk way too much to be Link. Thanks, cat. Well, I can't say... well, yeah, the Master Sword. This is definitely not the Master Sword. It's an LB30. And I haven't mastered the sword. I can even scope in on them. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Oh, so Horse, you're Velvet. You're Velvet Hammer. Okay. And friend request sent. Oh, I've already received a friend request from you. Yes, I'll frickin' add you. So, yes, Cat, I may talk too much to be Link. But at least I don't, like, throw swords at people on purpose. I love how I am using my sword. It's firing a gun. And it sounds like it's on a burst mode. I can't even. And we lost our health buff. Well, sad face. Or sad panda, I guess is the technical term. Oh, it won't even let me fucking change either. Hang on. Okay. There we go. It was a shiv. So, Cat, was that a healing shiv? Speaking of which, we haven't had a dagger fight in a long time. We should probably do that the next time we have practice. Absolutely with a healing shiv. So the healing shiv reference, for those of you who don't know, is from 8-Bit Theater. Go ahead and check that out online. It's all fun. It's a sprite comic from, oh shit, the dawn of the internet. It was the first sprite comic. It was the first comic, web comic I ever ran into. It's called 8-Bit Theater. It uses all of the old Final Fantasy 1 sprites. And it's something like 1,280 pages. It's hilarious. And it's hilarious because all of the characters in it are absolutely positively incompetent. But at the same time, weird shit pops up, like healing shivs. And it's a thing. It's like, I'm alive and my back hurts because it was a healing shiv. And they stabbed me in the back to revive me. We got some serious loot here. Steel blue, Aatrox bone, all kinds of adrenal oil. $11 people. I never expected this many people on my very first stream. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Welcome to the manor. Hit subscribe down below. We're on the road to 13 million subscribers. One subscriber at a time. Hashtag shameless self-promotion. Oh, loot's been awesome tonight, I think. Which is good. And I honestly think Mindark does that on purpose to pull people back to the game. But at the same time, it's all math. So at the end of the day, it's going to end up being the same. It's just, you get the raw loot, or do you get the skills? And where are you in your Entropia Universe life where you want to get one or the other? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear that Cloak and Daggerish also started their his stream recently. Although in my case, it was like 100% spontaneous. I finished tomorrow's video. I'm like, okay, we're gonna get this done, and then I went to close out, because I use OBS. I went to close out OBS, and I'm like, you know what? What the hell? Let's give it a shot. Let's see what it takes to actually live stream. We'll just live stream the rest of the year away, the rest of the decade away. It's already been a rather interesting day because even before getting in, like I did my video for the night, which we'll post at 9 a.m. tomorrow. But as you all know, I have a Japanese name for my avatar. And for those of you who don't know, it's a character in a book that I wrote that has not been published. That is a sequel to a book that I wrote that has been published in the past, and that I'm looking to republish here in the near future. And I actually ran into a couple of players who are relatively new and are Japanese and thought I was Japanese as well, and I had to explain to them, no, this is a character from a book that I decided to bring to life. And so that was a really interesting interaction because I do know a little bit of Japanese. Like, not enough to be considered proficient in any way, shape, or form, but enough to be able to say some basic words or some basic phrases. So it has been a very interesting evening because I ended up having to broker a trade deal on an Azuro, which is I did not expect it to be that difficult, but I misunderstood them, which is very easy to do when you're trying to cross language barriers. I thought they wanted all of my Azuros. They only wanted one Azuro. Yes, Chuck, Cloak and Daggerish is another EU player. I strongly recommend you go and subscribe to their channel. And you know what? If I am a third, I am not going to complain because I have less than 1,000 subscribers. And I'm making third in search. And keep in mind, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, owned by the first largest search engine in the world. I'm ranking third in my niche in the second largest search engine in the world. That's pretty freaking amazing, and it blows my mind. I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. I'm, like, in shock. Like, holy shit, how did that happen? Oh, and Chuck, it's Cloak and Dagger-ish if you're searching for him. Oh, we've wandered pretty far into the wilderness, haven't we? That's true, Obel, but to be fair to Serial, and and full disclosure, I am like the #2 person in his society. Okay, first circle, Serial Society, and I'm the only first circle person in the Serial Society that isn't Serial Overdrive. To be fair to him, he's been doing this for like 20 friggin' years. So, he deserves to be top spot on the list. You know, that was some hard-ass grinding. He has earned that. Does that mean I don't want to get better? I don't want to climb the list? Absolutely not. I definitely want to get better. I want to climb the list. There might come a time in the future where I actually manage to get ahead of Serial Overdrive. It's a long way away from now if it ever happens. He has been doing this for an extremely long time. His content is very refined. In fact, he put out a New Year's Eve video that he recorded back in November. It came out today. It's fantastic. Go watch it. I've watched 3/4 of it. I'm going to end up finishing it probably tomorrow morning. But I can't compete with someone who's been doing the job for 20 years. You know, if no matter how good I get, trying to beat someone who's been doing the job for 20 years is extremely difficult. Okay, that is very true. Placing with Serial is extremely awesome. At some point, I'd love to do a hunt with him again where it's like pre-planned. Because one time I happened to catch him on a stream, and I went in to say hi, and it was more of a photobomb moment, right? And I wasn't even. No, I was a baby YouTuber. I had been YouTubing less than a couple of months, and I quote-unquote photobombed his stream just to say hi, and he's like, let's go hunting. And then I made a total fool of myself, but that's okay. Shit happens when you're not quite sure what you're doing yet. But I do hope the opportunity comes again. I'd also like to... I'd like to do some live streams, not necessarily live streams, but vids with like... With you, Obble Dude, and with Bob, and with Lore Spade, and with Scotty. I would love to do some joint vids or some joint live streams with you guys. We gotta make that happen. There just aren't enough Entropia Universe content creators. Straight up. We'll do Obble. We'll make that a goal for 2020. Do a couple of joint streams or joint videos. I'm down for either. We'll have to coordinate it. And being a single father does make that interesting, I gotta say. But we'll make it work. Wait a second. Does this Aatrox have something in his head? This graphics upgrade has really kind of changed the way you look at these things. It's like a T-Rex from the Jurassic Park toy line with battle damage. But it also looks like he's got a cybernetic implant. That's interesting. Why do I have 4 of them on me? Sounds good, Obel. We'll make it happen. We'll set up a Discord or a TeamSpeak or something so we can talk to each other, because I have discovered that trying to set up something like this where you can't communicate with the other person verbally is extremely inconvenient. Oh, Bob, I didn't know you were in the Serial Society. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these dinos are Sith there, Bob. Which actually works for me, because technically speaking, I would be too. Will do. I'm still learning the whole Discord thing. I'm actually using Discord for a different project. So I'm figuring out the whole channels thing, but I will make sure that that works. We'll make it happen. January is extremely busy for me, so maybe we should look at February or March. And we'll do we'll do at least one joint hunt. We'll figure that out. We gotta make that work, man. Bob, I don't even know that I know your avatar name. Which I should. But actually, I really should. I've been subscribed to you for like a year. So I currently have 12 people viewing this. Oh, I lost someone. 11. 12. I need 8 more subscribers to meet 250 before the end of the year. If 8 of you are not subscribers, would you be so kind as to subscribe to the channel and see if we can't hit 250 before 2020? I have 30 minutes. If we can get 8 more subscribers in 30 minutes, we've hit 250, and that would be awesome. So for the next 30 minutes, my avatar is in 2020, and I'm in 2019. I find that hilarious. Wait a second, Bob. Your name is literally Bob Happy Silent. Let's see if we can't. User register. Oh my god, my caps lock. And friend request. Okay, Bob, I sent you a friend request. Your name is literally Bob Happy Silent. That is awesome. It is time travel at its finest. It absolutely is. I found it hilarious that I was in 2019, but my avatar was in 2020 back at like... I think the changeover for me is 2000. So 8 p.m. for those of you who are used the 12-hour time clock. And it's 23:32. And for the next 28 minutes, we're decades apart. My avatar is living in a totally different decade, which is absolutely hilarious. I mean, okay, yeah, we're only technically we're not apart, and there's a date line and all that crap, but at the same time, the fact is the way that we as humans conceptualize the way that time works, and we separate it. I am in a different decade than my own avatar is very amusing. Thank you, Obble Dude. I appreciate the reminder to all of the people in the stream. "30 minutes to go, we need more scotch. Scotchy scotch scotch." So for those of you who are unfamiliar, which with only 9 of you watching, I'd give it a 40-60 chance that you're not all subscribers. There is a gentle from back in North Dakota where I used to live. And I'm in Vermont now. I'm technically from New Hampshire. I was born in New Hampshire, but I was raised in Vermont. So for all intents and purposes, I'm a native Vermonter. But I lived in North Dakota for almost a decade. And there's a gentle there who is an SCA member, Society for Creative Anachronism, so we recreate the Middle Ages in a lot of ways. Yes, Obble, I'm still using the sword. I use the gun to pull mobs, which I'm sure you figured out after I switched over. Sorry, dude. But anyway, my joke was that he was the Chuck Norris of the region we were in. So in the SCA, we split the world up into kingdoms. And they transcend national boundaries so that we have differing borders and we can integrate people, and that there's no... We try to avoid the whole... well, you're Canadian, so you're this group, and we're Americans, so we're this group, and you're European, so you're that group. It's more like, okay, the kingdom is part America and part Canadian, so you're all North Shield, or you're all the East, or you're all the West. Sometimes it works better than others, but we make the effort. And in North Shield, which was the kingdom that contains the Midwest, there is this gentle named Tarak. And yes, Tarak is it's a pseudonym. An in-group pseudonym. Just like Julian McBain started as an in-group pseudonym. Because my real name isn't Julian. If you've been watching my content, you know my real name is Paul. But y'all know me as Julian. And most of my friends know me as Julian because most of my friends are SCA members. And so the joke I came up with was that he is the Chuck Norris of the SCA. And I just completely lost the thread I was on. Son of a bitch. No, I lost it. Like, there was a reason behind that story. And I totally lost the reason I was telling it. Oh, Scotch. Right. So. There's an event in their area, and we travel the 3.5 hours it takes to get there. But it's an early morning, and we're actually helping to staff it, so I stay at his house. And I walk in the door, and the joke is, I walk in, I knock on the door, and he opens the door, and I say, so I hear this is the home of the one person Vladimir Putin respects. Oh, hi, Duke Soteric. To which he laughed, but after that we started drinking, and of course it was Scotch, and so he was like, here, let's have some Scotchy Scotch. And Duke Soteric does not drink cheap Scotch. I drink an expensive Scotch because I can't afford real expensive Scotch at the rate I drink it, but he drinks like 12 and 18 and sometimes 24-year Scotch, and I was very gentle on his 24-year Scotch. Oh my god, that stuff's amazing. But because of that, I have come to appreciate Scotch. If there was a non-alcoholic Scotch, I would drink it like all the frickin' time. Thank you, Kat. Yes. So, for those of you who aren't aware, Kat is my student, and she's in the live stream lurking. She says, I'm glad you're having fun being a Time Lord. Yes, I love being a Time Lord. It's awesome. My virtual self is a decade ahead of my real self. You're probably gonna stab me later for saying that. That's okay. I deserve it. You know, it's hilarious. Being a fencing instructor, or just being a fencer. Screw the instruction. So, okay, well, give me a second, I'll address that. So, being a fencer, we make a lot of stabbing jokes because it's pretty much the only time you can stab a person, and it's socially okay. Whoa. Let's not attack another person's mob. Because we go out there and we stab our friends. And when we're done stabbing our friends, we have drinks with them. Now, speaking of drinks, Obel, Scotch, of course, is a form of whiskey. But it's not like bourbon. The flavor is totally different. The experience is totally... Like, I don't like bourbon. I don't drink Jack. I don't drink Jim. Gentleman Jack I can do, but only in small amounts. Corn whiskey tastes significantly different from malts. And honestly, the effect is significantly different from malts, personally. Hey Horse, congratulations on that Aatrox Mature Global of 72 ped. Yeah, technically speaking, stabbing is socially acceptable in prison as well. So one of the things, so as an instructor, one of the things that I instruct on is dagger work. So in historical fencing, as opposed to Olympic fencing, in historical fencing you can have things in your offhand. So your main hand is the hand that you would write with. So if you're left-handed, it's your left hand. If you're right-handed, it's your right hand. Your offhand is the opposite hand to which you would normally hold a sword. And so one of the rules I have is if you're going to learn with me is you have to be competent in using a dagger both in your main and your offhand. And it's also a confidence builder, because with fencing, you can get used to stabbing at someone from a fair distance. It's like 3 feet. And you don't think that's a long distance, but when you're stabbing at someone, that's a long distance. And so, to build confidence, I force those who are learning under me to learn how to just work with daggers. Because if you're just working with daggers, you're knife fighting. And as I'm sure you all know, you don't win a knife fight, it's who loses the least. And it works amazing. But that's the kind of, stabbing you get in prison too, is it's all knife fighting or shiv fighting. I hope I didn't bore anyone to death with my fencing stories. I love the sports fight. Like, I've done Japanese martial arts, Kenpo in particular, which is actually Chinese martial arts done in the Japanese way. I've done fencing. Fighting with shrap. Do you mean outside or inside of Entropia Universe there, Obel? Because that's a distinct difference. Exploding. Okay, so I'm gonna assume you're a vet there, Obel. So first of all, thank you for your service. And it's like, yeah, martial arts. So like, I did Kenpo for a couple of years, but I really moved into historical European martial arts in the most recent years, and so the SCA does a lot of historical European martial arts. We're a separate organization from like HEMA, whose name is literally an acronym of historical European martial arts. But it's the same thing. It's the same shtick. It's just slightly different rules, slightly different requirements, stuff like that. But like, I'm a black tiger, and that's what black tigers do. We sword fight. And we teach sword fight to those who want to learn how to sword fight. And so that's what I do. And we don't do Olympic fencing, which is all with, Olympic fencing is with foils or épées. And they're fairly flexible, and they need to be, because it was designed out of the French academies. And the foil used to be like the most ridiculously deadly weapon in the world, because there weren't a whole lot of safety tips. They didn't understand calibration. And you're in an academy and you're fighting an opponent. Oh, no, just enjoy a splitting strap. Okay, that's fair. But anyway, so, you're fighting an opponent, but in the French academies, the opponent you're fighting might be the prince. And if you kill the prince, well, that's a capital crime. And that's where Olympic fencing came out of, because in order to prevent, stupid shit from happening, they said, okay, well, now we're going to set up this whole set of rules where first it's your turn, and now it's my turn. And now it's your turn, and now it's my turn. So whoever strikes actually hits, and they came up with putting tips on the blades so they don't actually stab the person. Historical fencing is much closer to what it was originally, and so we fight with actual blades that are thick enough to be sharpened to be actual blades. We put safety tips on them. They're rebated, which means that they're not sharp. But at the same time, you can get hurt. Which is a thing. So calibration is very important to us who do historical fencing. And again, I lost the total thread I was operating on when I started this conversation. We're 12 minutes to midnight, folks. I don't have to think straight. I'm probably going to watch this tomorrow just for the shits and giggles of it. And say, boy, was I freaking not on the straight and narrow. I ain't blitzed, but I ain't feeling any pain either. There we go. No, I don't need to shoot him. He's already, on top of me. Let's slice him up. Oh, Obel, your internet should not be breaking. That's bad. We have 10 minutes to the next decade, and I'm finally in the same decade as my avatar. You know what? This is going to sound really amazing. Actually, it's going to sound like I'm absolutely crazy. I hope that there is a point that I will reach where I am doing this. My avatar and I are in different centuries. They say that the first person that's going to make 1,000 years old is alive today. It's because of telomere lengthening. I do believe we're going to make it. I believe I'm going to see it in my lifetime. I want to be one of the people 80 years from today. From this moment, 9 minutes from the switchover, where I can say, I am a century away from my avatar. But only 9 minutes. Currently, I'm a decade away from my avatar in only 9 minutes. But when 2100 is coming around, it is 2099. Keeping in mind, I will be 135 years old. I intend to be there when it happens. I intend to be there. I will be in this game. Whatever iteration or incarnation it happens to be. 100% VR or just 2D, I will be here. In this game, on this channel, I intend to be there. 80 years from today. I want to be 100 years from today. I hear a Gunir. I can't see the Gunir. And the Gunir isn't a threat to me, so why do I care? It's close. There it is. You know, Chuck, that's not true. We have managed to extend the lives of rats. Clinically. Clinical trials. It's been there. Someone is photobombing me. Who are you? You are Bob Silent. Hi, Bob. How's it going? Come on. Let me hit this Aatrox before it kills me. And there he is. No. I want to wave. I love all the Mongolian armor there, Bob. Novice Gardener? Holy buckets. When do we get access to all this information? I can see every skill he has. And that might be because of the fact that he's in my society. I've never seen this happen before. Delay is about 45 seconds. Thank you, Bob. Holy shit, I can like see everything. The hell is that? Oh! It's horse! You just missed us there, horse. I don't even know if you're in the stream still. I have got 5 minutes left before the new year. Oops, that's not what I was aiming for. No, you're not wounded. That's okay. I do appreciate it, horse. We have 3 minutes till 2020 here in the Eastern Time Zone in Vermont. After which I make no guarantees because I have just about crashed. But I wanted to ring in the new year. And I wanted to do it on a live stream. It's cool to see yourself. That is a fair point. Horse, while you're on with us, where do you get the Kraka? Is that the new one from Toulon? Not Toulon, Next Island? Okay. Nope, I knew they had just come out with a new vehicle on Next Island, so I wasn't entirely sure, but I was pretty sure that was the case. I am seeing a massive ass skeleton over here. I don't remember this skeleton being here. Which might 100% because I don't know that I've ever been over here. But it looks like a brachiosaur with its head buried in the sand. Which, you know, to be fair, could explain ostriches. One minute to midnight. Oh, you crafted it? Garçon Grease. And that is it, folks. It is 2020 in the Eastern Time Zone. I have crossed midnight. Let's climb this skeleton if we can. Oh, come on. No, don't jump over the damn thing. Shit. Okay, now this is a frickin' challenge. Happy New Year, Chuck. 2020 is nigh upon us. Oh, Bob, you died. Shit. There we go. Oh, I did not mean to do that. That's okay. Hang on, guys. Sorry, guys. Had a parental moment there. I will be shutting air down here in just a minute. I'm going to get myself clear of this. Thank you, Safane. I appreciate it. Happy New Year. Honestly, once I'm clear, I'm going to close this sucker down, but we gotta make sure we're alive when we do it. Come on. Holy shit, there's a lot of loot. I did not realize we were that low on ammo. Place it down and then we'll take off as soon as we're done. Happy New Year, Bob. I appreciate it. I'm glad to hear you got your claims. Thankfully, you can summon your claims from quite a distance, as I recall. Okay, let's get out of Jurassic Park here. Come on. There we go. I think that's the appropriate zoom. Yeah, that's correct. There we go. You know, checking the instruments from this particular point of view is not as easy as it is in real life. Happy New Year, Bob. Thank you very much. We are off for the evening. We are about to sign off, so I appreciate everyone's support. I'm gonna land here, kind of. Do not drink and fly. Kind of want their armor. Except with, you know, skull masks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers. One subscription at a time. So make sure you subscribe. Okay. Guys, I hate to say it, but this is the end of the live stream. Time for me to head to bed. Y'all have a wonderful evening.